Closing my eyes today, dreaming of far away in time, keeps on passing.
Well, welcome back again. Happy New Year. It is mid-January and I've been a little bit missing in action from this YouTube channel, and you read the title right. There has been a very good reason that I've taken a little bit of time off to slow things down for our family. We are currently expecting our 5th baby and we're very excited. I am, as of right now, about 35 weeks along. So it won't be long before we will be meeting a new member of our family. And so that is the big announcement right there at the beginning. So that's what you came for. You can just bounce out now. But I thought to just catch up with each other again, it would be really fun to do a current day in the life. We are in the middle of, like I said, January. So this is a winter sample of some of the things we like to do in the winter on a homeschooling day when Gray is home. And so I hope you find this enjoyable, and let's get to it. Before I get started, if this is your first time here, my name is Brianna, and my husband Gray and I like to learn, practice, and teach our children traditional skills. So it has been really cold for us where we live. We live in a very mild climate, but we've had very low temperatures in the past few weeks. And so I have been extra thankful for cozy clothes and hot coffee and slow mornings. And so as I mentioned before, I've been taking it very easy on myself during this pregnancy, just to take care of myself and make sure the needs of my household are met. So today I started the day off just thinking about and planning my day. I usually like to do some form of planning or setting intentions for how I would hope that the day would go. That doesn't mean that that's how the day always does go, but I like to lay it out as to what would be ideal to get accomplished during the day. And so I just enjoyed this early morning and
found a little piece of mind in my own skin.
After having my first cup of coffee, I started breakfast. I made homemade granola. I do this probably about once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. Homemade granola is easy and it's fast. I can throw it together in 5 minutes and it can just sit out once the household wakes up, and everybody can use it how they want. What we mostly do with it is either use it to top our oatmeal with or use it as a cereal, so just granola with milk, or with yogurt and make kind of a parfait. But the recipe that I have I like because it's a very basic recipe, and then as the seasons change I can swap out the ingredients for, if we have pumpkin in the fall, I can make pumpkin granola. I've even done like freeze-dried peaches and vanilla to do like a peaches and cream style granola. And so the variety, the options are endless. You can make this any style, but this recipe that I have is just a base level that tastes really good by itself, and then you can do all of your fun add-ins. So everybody grabbed their breakfast and we sat down immediately to start our lessons.
Feeling like myself, home again. Cracks under barefoot feet, smell of the salted sea.
I like to start doing something together. So either our history, our Bible, our reading, and then have my children work on some independent work while I either clean up breakfast or start one of my chores. And so I got the children set up with some independent work, and I worked on stoking the fire and getting the wood box stocked, since we are going to continue to have cold and wet days. A lot of times one of my kids will help me with this job, but since they were working on their lesson time, I just took it upon myself to stock the wood and sweep the hearth and clean the stove out and just get it ready so we can really enjoy it over this next few days.
Walk for miles and miles. Suddenly I realize, yes, everything's alright. Finally I found a place where my troubles fade away, and the world outside my door can't come in. Yeah, I found a little peace of mind in my own skin. Finally feeling like myself, home again. All right.
I like to keep a little basket of kindling next to the fireplace with some just fire starter if we find it. A little bit of cardboard or brown paper goes a long way when you're trying to start a fire.
Found a little peace of mind in my own skin. Finally feeling like myself.
And then this wood box, actually, you can see, I found someone had put it out on the side of the road and said free, and it was a piece of an old office desk. You could see the holes that are in the back of it that the cords would have gone through. And I said, that's the perfect size for my wood box, because I had been wanting Gray to build me one. And so I thought this would be a good base. And so he took it home, we stained it, and he put trim on it. And we've been meaning to line it with tin, but have not gotten to that yet. So that's what those holes are in the back. But right now it still is working as a very good holding container for our wood. And so I worked on stocking that and sweeping the hearth and getting us all set up for the next few days. I will note that while I was stocking the wood box, Gray was actually home and he was doing some outside projects, and one of those projects was to harvest some lemons. So we were expected to have a freeze, and he wanted to get, at the very minimum, the outer lemons off of the tree to protect them from the frost. So he harvested a bunch of lemons, and this tree, I believe, was actually planted by his great-grandfather, and it is currently on the property owned by his parents, and Gray prunes the tree and cares for the tree in exchange for some of the lemons, and so it works out really nice.
Oh, my soul's running on fumes. Can I distill it down until I find the truth? Dig the dirt down to the roots. Have I been walking round in someone else's shoes? So where are you going? Honey, can I catch your eye? Let's drive until the sun goes down in the moonlight, washes everything away. 'Cause I don't wanna run anymore. Can we take the road less traveled? We could get lost on the way. We could spend a whole life chasing something.
So once I got those into the kitchen, the first thing I always do, almost with every bit of produce that I want to preserve, is start with the most basic, versatile way that I can preserve it. That's the easiest because I am not about preserving food in a difficult way. And I like for the product at the end of whatever I preserve to have some versatility. So the most versatile and my favorite way to start preserving lemons is just to do lemon juice, because I can throw these into water to make lemon water. I can throw these into vegetables. I can use them in baking recipes. You know, anywhere you would use lemon juice, it's nice to have them pre-frozen. I use ice cube trays. I have a whole blog post about it if you want to check it out. But I started with just freezing lemon juice, and then I usually after that will move to freeze drying the lemons. I like doing the lemon slices. They make really nice additions to tea, as well as a lemon powder. And this actually uses the lemon rind. It's very nice for using in baking products. So I have a raspberry, I think it's a raspberry shortcake recipe. And I use the lemon powder on this channel. I'll try to find it and link it down below. And it just brightens baked goods. So I did some lemon juice today. I didn't do any freeze drying, but I thought I would mention that. So this is actually from last year's harvest, and this is lemon powder that we have not used up yet. So I didn't worry about freeze drying the lemons. I skipped on to the next way that I like to use them after this, and that is to make a seasonal lemon curd. So I only make this Instant Pot lemon curd when we harvest the lemons. So this is a once a year thing for us. And I like this recipe because it's really easy to make. It uses the Instant Pot, and it's a special treat that we get once a year. And we use it for, you know, biscuits or scones, or adding to yogurt to make lemon yogurt. And so I made that. And then keep in mind, as I've been processing things, I am stopping very often to assist with lessons and children, and helping them however they need help. And sometimes they'll jump in and help me, and so we're all together. And so I realize that this looks seamless, like I'm hopping from one project to the next, but these all happened intermittently throughout the day as I was helping with lessons. So after the lemon curd was made, the kids and I went outside and we did a little walk and just enjoyed the afternoon. And then when we came back in, my daughter helped me throw together these thumbprint cookies that they're like the traditional thumbprint cookies that use jam, but we used the lemon curd that I made earlier in the day. And so this was a fun treat to have for our afternoon reading time. And so we did that, and after we were done with our afternoon reading time, I did a little bit of house cleaning and just tidying up, and then it was basically time to prep dinner. So I ran out to the garden to see what needed to be used, and I harvested some broccoli and cauliflower, and we had, I had made a broccoli cauliflower casserole with tri-tip and potatoes. So after dinner, we had our family time. We all sat around the wood stove, and this is when we do the majority of our read alouds and Bible time. We're currently reading this little short book. It's called Mary on Horseback, and it's basically about a nurse during World War I that brought healthcare to people that didn't have it. And so we'll be through this very soon, but we're enjoying this, and I hope that this is at the very least entertaining, and hope you're doing well, and we will see you next time.